Hello there everyone and welcome to a new video review. Let's dig through the CDI library of games some more, since there is a lot of stuff in there that very little people know about. Let's check out one of those lesser known games today, shall we? Just imagine for a moment, if you will, a game that is a mixture of both a pinball and a platform game. What do you think you would get? It sounds like a pretty odd combination, doesn't it? But someone apparently thought it'd make a great game, and we're going to take a look at it now. I present to you today, Zenith. This game came out really late in the CDI's life, in 1997 to be exact. It was made by a small Dutch company called Radarsoft, which is a bit odd since they normally only make educational games. It's also the only title on the CDI they ever created as far as I know, which is really strange since the CDI is such a great format for edutainment. But Philips just wanted the game, I suppose. Anyway, this really is a mix between a pinball game and a platforming game. Even though there are no flippers to be found, the whole game still drools pinball style. You actually have to control the ball and guide it along the obstacle course towards the exit, scoring some good pointage along the way. This might sound a lot like games such as Marble Madness or Monkey Ball, but there's one major difference. Instead of rolling the ball, you need to bounce it. You will constantly need to judge where your ball can safely land, to happily bounce along to the next spot to drop at. Everything is seen from the top, and the bouncing ball has a pretty cool 3D scaling effect. The course will also have different heights, and the higher the ground, the faster the ball will bounce. It's a really unique concept that I personally have never seen in any other game before, and can you believe it? It's actually pretty damn fun too. It also helps that it controls really well. The ball movements are responsive enough, and most of the time, when you die, you'll just have to blame yourself. Which kinda sucks, since personally I'd rather blame a game. I'll need some therapy with all the name calling I directed towards myself over this game. But I can't really fault the game, and luckily the game does glitch out with clipping issues sometimes, so it can offer some relief, even though it's pretty rare. But yeah, this game is pretty hard to master. There's a lot between you and your goal to stop you. The courses are littered with holes to fall through and moving platforms to navigate over. But that's not all. How about some other hazards like some acid? Or what about some acid? And watch out for some more acid. Wait, why is everything that kills you apart from the holes called acid? I just don't get that. It looks more like lava and laser beams that are doing the killing, not acid. It's supposed to be some kind of slang like, "Whoa, totally acid, dude." Probably not. Maybe it's just a little sponsoring thing, as in, this game and all its features were made possible by the help of acid. I don't know, it's just one of those weird mysteries that we'll never solve and don't really matter anyway. But there actually is one other way for you to lose a ball. Boy, that sounds barbaric. But I mean to lose a life. Whatever, you know what I mean. Anyway, you only have a certain amount of bounces before your ball starts to make a different kind of sound. When you deplete all your bounces, the ball disintegrates or something. For some strange reason, the ball needs fuel to bounce, which sounds totally ridiculous. You can replenish it though by bouncing on the power symbols. It does make the game more exciting though, as it forces you to go forward and not stay on one spot. However, I find that the amount of bounces they give you are still way too much. Point spots disappear if you bounce on them, so there is little reason to stick to one location anyway. You can take your sweet time to navigate the courses. Refueling stations are also rather plentiful. I find it's a shame that the time limit is not a bit stricter. There's also no time bonus for completing a level. Since this is a scoring based game, I would have liked to see a bit more risk-reward balance. But moving faster through a level is only dangerous and gets you nothing extra. Taking it easy is the way to score the most and stay alive the longest. And this gets really annoying if you play with a point whore who just has to hit every freaking thing in sight for maximum profit. You know, someone like me. There is some risk to take, like some big bonuses are harder to hit and some tiles will disappear if you grab the goodies on top of them. Also, some levels allow you to go both ways. Now there's always just one way to the exit, but sometimes the other way holds more points or a key you'll need to open the exit. These keys sometimes disappear temporarily, which is really annoying and another reason to go along slowly so that you don't miss them. The visuals in the game look alright, nothing too special, but the game doesn't need a digital video cartridge, so that's nice. Sometimes you can notice a bit of slowdown when a lot of things are moving on screen, but it doesn't get in the way of gameplay at all. The sound has some standard pinball sounds and the music consists of some garage band doing some practice riffs now and then or something. It's really bare bone in that department, unfortunately. There's also no music during actual gameplay, but this is probably a limitation of the hardware without the capabilities of the digital video cartridge. One point of the design in this game that I really don't approve of is the way you have to register your name. At the main menu you have to input the name, but instead of a normal name input screen you have to scroll through each letter. This isn't too annoying if it's only 3 letters, but there's already player 1 filled in for you to get rid of first. Just annoying. Otherwise, I rather enjoy this game. I think it has a fun concept and it worked out decently well. It's one of those games, just like Mega Maze, that I'd really love to see someone do a remake of and expand upon. Since it is just a lot of fun, and since it controls so well, it's also really addictive. It's a real shame there are only 6 levels, since I just wanted more after completing those. As you complete the 6th one, the game just starts over from level 1. The game does do a good job of implementing new elements throughout each of the levels. It's not like you breeze through them the first time you play it, but it's way too easy still. Anyway, despite that, I still award this game with the Golden Turd Award. It's a game that's a bit obscure and almost no one knows it exists anymore, apart from the CDI owners of course. I do believe this is one of the gems on CDI that is just fun. It's not easy to find since it was released so late, but when it pops up it's usually pretty cheap. So if you can, then give this game a shot. And that concludes this episode. Finally I got to award the Golden Turd Award again. I've been wanting to do that for so long now. And just remember now, these games may not be the best games ever, and may not be for everyone. But in my opinion they are just fun, well-made games for the systems they were made for. Which means they were most likely very overlooked. I mean, who in their right mind thinks to find anything worth playing on CDI nowadays? Not to mention a CDI exclusive. Well, it's games like these that get shoved aside along with the system, and that's a shame. Well guys, I thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed this video, and please let me know what you think. I'll be back soon with a new video, and until then guys, take care.